What's up, YouTube? This is Jay Lenz. This is my part two of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Youth of the Nation 21 questions. I was on question number 14 about my favorite / signature card. I said it was Mirror Force. I got more of them, but there's no time in the world. I got tons of individual cards that I love, and majority of them are traps. I don't know why I love traps, and now because of the format, it pisses me off that the deck that I'm thinking about running has none. So it's like I have an OCD for no traps, and it's just going off. So that was the answer to number 14.
Show him the picture.
Oh, he told me to show you a picture. Yeah, this is what I'm going to be running. This is trying to. Hopefully I'm going to get my confidence back up, so I can play this, and you guys gonna see me more often. So, yeah. So those of you who play Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what that card is. You know what type of deck I'm running. So I play tested it, and I like it. It's just my pet peeve is no traps. All right, number 15. What is your most favorite signature deck? I have two. Unfortunately, this format does not support them. And I've played them, and actually three, technically, but past formats didn't support them either. They was just fun decks, so I guess according to this one guy, that makes me a noob, because I like to play the fun decks. The number one top as my favorite deck would be Dark World. Reason why I love Dark World is because I like a swarm beat down. You swarm them motherfuckers. Unless you had a Mirror Force, there was nothing you can do. Unfortunately, the downside of a Dark World deck is that you could draw with your 5 cards. You would have 2 golds, 2 silvers, and a Mirror Force. So that was a downfall for me for Dark World. My second favorite after that was my husband built me a Speed Exodia deck. I'd never seen an Exodia deck run this fast before in my life. I mean, it had every other card was draw. You had the Skalingles, Upstarts, the Emissaries, but that's not what I was thinking of. It's the Recklesses. I mean, anything that drew, that's what's put in there. And, you know, even Air Knight. And that was like besides the, I think it was either Elite Goblin or the regular Goblin attack. Besides that one, the Air Knight was the beat stick of it. And I absolutely loved it because it was just quick. Third turn, oh look, I have all the pieces. But I never ran it through in a tournament. I said there was 3. The other one, my favorite, was the BLSCED with the Dark Paladin when it was traditional. And the reason why I liked it is because it was beat. And my brother, for some reason, he doesn't play like in tournaments or anything, and he should, because when that build was there, this boy was the luckiest person ever. I'd never seen anybody bring out Dark Paladin every single time they played. It was just amazing. And he always had the spells to, okay, nope. You know, it was amazing. That's why I liked it. There's other decks out there that are really nice, you know, but those are my favorites. Let's see. What was your most memorable moment in your Yu-Gi-Oh history? I have 2, actually. I'm going to start with my first one. It was the earliest one. I decided one day, when we were in Jacksonville, to go ahead and play in this tournament, in the local tournament. And I don't know why I decided. And this was, I actually stole the Dark World deck from my husband because I fell in love with it. He showed me how it was played. I was like, yep, my deck. And I went to the locals with this deck. The first round, I can't remember what this guy was playing, but he had an incredible deck. And he looked at my deck and he was like, "Oh, you gonna play with that POS deck?" And I mean, just beat me to a pulp first round. I'm still pissed that he called it a POS deck because my husband put all his heart and soul into this deck and I loved it. Second round, I draw. I was like, okay, you know what? You can go first. He does his thing, whatever. I go second. I had a Slate Warrior. Oh man, I can't remember exactly all I had. Oh, it was Graceful Pot. Anyway, long story short, that was it ended up an OTK. I remember I had Slate Warrior in attack. I had 2 golds, a silver, and I had something else. But I think that was game anyway. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, yep. Game OTK. He said nothing else to me. I didn't do good in the tournament, but that was like my most memorable moment. My second most memorable was not recently, but it was in Maryland. We was just goofing around, just just playing around. My husband had Ojamas. He had Ojama deck, the Ojama Reds and Ojama Country and everything had just came out. And I was playing with his Light Sworn. And he decides to creature swap an Ojama. Ojama Yellow for one of my cards. I can't remember what I had. It didn't matter because I had the Goyo. It was a Goyo. Thank you. It was a Goyo Guardian. And it's just too funny. So he's sitting there like, oh, I got you, Goyo. You only got my Ojama Yellow. Little did he know I had Honest in my hand. So enough said. To this day, his friend, he says he's going to put on his tombstone that he got beat with a Ojama Yellow with an Honest behind it. So that's one of my most memorable moments. I know it's silly, but it's one of those things that you guys had to be there, and it was just like wow, did she really put Honest on the Ojama Yellow and beat him up? Wow. All right. What type of play style do you have? I have a timid, aggressive style. Because I don't know, back in the old formats in traditional style where traps were a must. I grew up. I kind of adopted to. I love traps, but I hate them. I hate backfields. So if I'm playing somebody that has alt 5 in their backfield, I'm panicking. I'm having a panic attack in my head because I don't care if they're bluffing or not. I'm like, there's no way that this attack is going to go through. They have 5 in their backyard, in their backyard pretty much. And now with the format with no heavy and no cold wave, what can you do? But I am aggressive only because I tend to overthink my plays, and my husband hates it because I will see that I have all these options in my hand, and I try to go for the OTK when it's not an OTK deck, and then only to get Mirror Forest or Bottomless, and then I did everything in that one turn, and now I have nothing. So I'm a kind of aggressive, timid, stupid. That's my play style. Why do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? I've actually stopped because I am very unlucky and I lose a lot, and I hate losing. But before I played because it was fun, Now it's gotten like too serious, One thing that I don't believe in is calling these players pro. They're it's a card game. This is not basketball or football. There's no such thing as a pro player, So I don't believe in calling somebody a pro player in this game or in any card game, because first off, if you look up the definition of professional, there's no such thing as professional Yu-Gi-Oh player because nobody actually gets paid to play. You might win a lot, you might win the prizes, but that doesn't make you professional. So, but it just that takes the fun out of playing Yu-Gi-Oh. And then a lot of these guys, they cheat to try to win. And if you gotta cheat to win, why are you playing? So, but that's why I play Yu-Gi-Oh. That's why I kind of stopped playing. If you could describe yourself in one word, in terms of a Yu-Gi-Oh player, what would that word be? Unlucky. Like I said, I really can't catch a break in this game. And now that the format has changed, I know that I'm not ever going to catch a break. Because, all honesty, Yu-Gi-Oh is like 90% luck and 10% skill. You can test play till you're blue in the face, and if you get a hand full of useless cards, what can you do? All that test playing in the world is not going to, get you out of that hand, So, one word for me is unlucky. What advice do you have to pass on to the younger generation, the future of this great card game, and to your fellow Yu-Gi-Oh players? To the future, to the young generation, I would say, even though I am kind of a sore loser, don't be a sore loser because it's just a game. A lot of people, like my husband pointed out, they was like, watch your stuff. That's a gimme. If for the younger players, I would say, don't go to a big tournament by yourself. Get a team or get some of your buddies. You don't even have to form a team, a team. Just, designate somebody that's going to watch the stuff, or don't bring that much stuff, To younger generation, is just have fun. Guys, it's just a game. You're not going to get paid to play. It's never going to get televised on ESPN. Just have fun. To the fellow Yu-Gi-Oh players, stop criticizing and judging other people. You're not God. You're not pros. You don't get paid to play this game. So all that uppity attitude about you're the best player in the world, blah, 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 whatever, just dump that attitude. Try to play fair and stop cheating. If you got to cheat to play and to win this game, you're a noob. You are. If you have to stack so that you can win, you're garbage. So, why don't you just play and take a loss? That's the advice I have to the fellow Yu-Gi-Oh players. So my time is running short. There's a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about as far as Yu-Gi-Oh, and I think I'm gonna do another video. But this has been Jay Lenz, and I have to pass this on to 5 people. I have no idea who I'm gonna pass this on to. So when I get done with this video, it'll be in the description who I'm gonna pass it on to. I'm about to think of some people because I don't subscribe to a lot of people, but I'll pass them on. So to keep it up. But this is Jay Lenz, and I'm going to say peace.